When we talk about well-being at work, it's so easy to just think of things like, I don't know, free snacks or a gym membership, right? But what if I told you that real, sustainable well-being is so much deeper than that? It's not about the perks, it's about a powerful, interconnected system, a whole ecosystem designed to help people truly flourish. So that really gets us to the core question here. What actually makes people thrive at work? I mean, really thrive. It's all about creating an environment where people can show up as their best selves. And the cool thing is, we now have a really clear blueprint for how to build it.
Okay, so how do we build this ecosystem? Well, it all starts with 6 key pathways. Think of these as the practical, concrete actions that lay the entire foundation for a thriving workplace.
Yep, that's right. The research boils it all down to just 6 fundamental areas that you can actually focus on. And here they are: supportive leadership, flexibility and autonomy, quality relationships, total well-being, training and development, and of course, a strong organizational culture. So let's actually dig into each one of these and see what they look like in the real world. First up, supportive leadership. And listen, this is not just about being nice. It's about leaders who are actually present, who truly listen, and who genuinely care. They create what's called psychological safety, that feeling of trust where people can take risks and just be themselves. It's the absolute bedrock of any great team. Next up is flexibility and autonomy. This is all about giving people a real sense of ownership over their work. When you shift the focus from controlling people's time to trusting them to deliver results, you unlock this incredible sense of responsibility and engagement. It's a total game changer. Third, we have quality relationships. Because let's be real, work is fundamentally human, right? When you foster an environment of inclusivity where people can build genuine, authentic connections, you don't just get a friendly office, you create this powerful sense of belonging that makes everyone's work better. Then there's total well-being. This pathway gets that people are so much more than just their job titles. It's about actively supporting their physical and emotional recovery and balance. Because think about it, burnt-out people can't innovate. They can't solve complex problems. It's as simple as that. Number 5 is training and development. But hold on, this isn't about those mandatory courses that nobody wants to take. This is about giving people opportunities to learn and grow in ways that actually line up with their own passions and interests. That's what creates a real sense of mastery and momentum. And finally, we have organizational culture. This is the glue, right? It's like the operating system running in the background. A great culture gives everyone a shared direction and connects the work they do every day to a larger, meaningful purpose. Okay, so those are the 6 pathways, the what we need to do. But why do they work so well? To understand that, we got to dive into the science behind it all, which is built on 4 key pillars of happiness. So the science here really comes from the field of positive psychology, and it teaches us a crucial lesson. Happiness isn't just about avoiding bad stuff. It's about actively building up the good stuff. This whole idea is supported by 4 pillars, plus we, which is our need for connection, plus being, our need for autonomy, plus positive chemistry, those good emotions we feel, and plus discipline, our natural drive to learn and grow. Now, this is where it gets really cool. Look at how this all maps together. You can see that leadership and relationships, they directly feed our need for connection. That's your plus we and plus positive chemistry. And flexibility and training, they support our autonomy and growth. That's plus being and plus discipline. It's a direct line from the actions we take to fundamental human needs. So, we've got the practices and we've got the science. But there's one more layer to this whole ecosystem that makes it truly sustainable. And that's how these pathways actually fuel our core human energies. Just think about it for a second. High performance isn't just about managing your time, it's about managing your energy. To really be at our best, we have to constantly regenerate 4 key types of energy. And guess what? These pathways are designed to do exactly that. And boom, here's where it all connects. It's a direct link. Total well-being practices, they restore our physical energy. Those positive relationships and great leadership, they nurture our emotional energy. Flexibility and training sharpen our mental energy. And a strong shared purpose, that fuels our spiritual energy. See? Well-being isn't just about feeling good. It's literally the engine for sustainable performance. So now, let's pull back and look at the whole big picture. When you combine the pathways, the pillars, and the energies, you don't just have a list of initiatives anymore. What you have is a complete, self-reinforcing ecosystem. And this visual just perfectly illustrates the whole idea. The 6 pathways, the 4 pillars of happiness, and our 4 core energies, they aren't separate things. They are a deeply interconnected ecosystem where every single part supports and strengthens all the others. And when organizations actually invest in this kind of integrated system, the payoff is just huge. They're not just improving morale, they are literally building more humane, more resilient, more innovative, and ultimately higher performing workplaces. This isn't a cost, this is a massive strategic advantage.
And really, it all comes down to this one essential idea. True well-being is born when we create the conditions for people to feel whole, connected, competent, and deeply aligned with their purpose and their values. And that is absolutely a goal worth building towards.